Factorization of cubic polynomials. Today we'll be factorizing cubic polynomials using inspection method. Let's factorize f of x is equals to x cubed minus x squared minus 5x minus 3. For us to be able to factorize this cubic polynomial, we'll first need to find the factors of negative 3. Factors of negative 3 are negative 3, negative 1, 1 and 3. Fine, we found the factors of negative 3. Now we'll need to find the factors of f of x, which is our cubic polynomial. But how are we going to do that? We're going to substitute all the factors of negative 3 into f of x, then select one that makes f of x to be 0. Let's substitute them. We start from negative 3.
Wait, we found that negative 1 is the one that makes f of x to be 0. So there's no need for us to go further on substituting 1 and 3. Since we found that negative 1 is the one that makes f of x to be 0, we're gonna use it to find the factor of f of x. Remember that we are factorizing. One can ask, how are we going to use negative 1 to find the factor of f of x? We're gonna apply factor theorem that states as if f of k is equals to 0, then x minus k is a factor of f of x. Let me repeat that. If f of k is equals to 0, then x minus k is a factor of f of x. Remember, negative 1 is the one that makes this cubic polynomial to be 0 when we substitute it. So if f of negative 1 is equals to 0, then x minus 1 is a factor of f of x. X minus 1 is the same as x plus 1. So x plus 1 is a factor of f of x. We are not done. Here we are factorizing a cubic polynomial. It's not a piece of cake. So I need you to note this. A cubic polynomial has two factors, a linear factor and a quadratic factor. We already found x plus 1 is our linear factor. You guys know a linear parents. You can see that x plus 1 is in the form of linear. So what's left to do is to find a quadratic factor. Form of quadratics is ax squared plus bx plus c. To get it done, we must find a, b and c. We can find them if we multiply a linear factor and a quadratic factor. Let's multiply them. X times ax squared is equals to ax to the power 3. X times bx is equals to bx squared. X times c is equals to cx. 1 times ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. We are done with multiplying. Now let's pair them according to their common factor. Bx squared will go with ax squared. Cx will go with bx. Let me write it down. Now let's compare it with f of x. We equate them according to their common factors. Ax cube will go with x cube. Okay, we can use this to find the value of a. Which number can we put on a to make this equation to be valid? We can only replace it with 1. 1x cube is the same as x cube. So a is 1. Since we found that a is 1, let's go back to our cubic polynomial to replace a with 1. We are done with finding the value of a. Now let's go and find the value of b and c. I want us to start with the value of c since it is going to be easy for us to find it. Look at the cubic polynomial that we are solving in f of x. C on the cubic polynomial that we are solving is not multiplied by anything. It's not multiplied by x or anything, meaning it's just a constant. So it matches with negative 3 that is on f of x. As I told you, it was going to be easy to be found. Now we can conclude that c is equals to negative 3. Since we found that c is equals to negative 3, let's go back to our cubic polynomial to replace it with negative 3. Now we are left with finding the value of b. I want you to look at bx squared plus 1x squared and ask yourself it matches with what on f of x. The answer to that question is that it matches with negative x squared, because bx squared plus 1x squared and negative x squared have a common factor, which is x squared. Remember our law, those who matches we're gonna equate them. So bx squared plus 1x squared is equal to negative x squared. We'll transpose 1x squared to other side, and this will turn into bx squared is equal to negative 2x squared. To find b, we'll divide both sides with x squared, then b is equal to negative 2. Or one can solve it by equating bx minus 3 with negative 5x. You will tell me the answer in the comment section. Since we found that b is equal to negative 2, let's go back to our cubic polynomial to replace it with negative 2. Right now I want us to be sure and verify whatever we solved. Let's verify. 1x cubed is the same as x cubed. Negative 2x squared plus 1x squared is the same as negative x squared. Negative 2x minus 3x is the same as negative 5x. Negative 3 is the same as negative 3. You can see this is the same as f of x. That's how we factorize with inspection method. Thank you.